This is why most people never win. Most people will never win. Not because they weren't smart enough. Not because they lacked opportunity. Not even because the world was unfair to them. They will never win because they never decided to. You see, the tragedy of life isn't failure. The real tragedy is never beginning. It's drifting through the days with a dull heart and a distracted mind. Waking up to an alarm clock instead of a calling. Living a life of reaction instead of creation. Most people, they wake up every day hoping something will change. Hoping life will somehow hand them a miracle. But life doesn't give miracles. It gives consequences to the undisciplined and rewards to the committed. This is why most people never win. Because they treat success like a lottery ticket. Not like a battle that must be won in the trenches of the mind. Look around. We live in a world filled with comfort. Yet most people are in constant pain. The pain of regret, the ache of mediocrity, the quiet suffocation of an enlivened life. They've built walls around their potential. Bricked by fear, mortared by doubt. They were told to be realistic, to settle down, to play it safe. As if greatness was ever born from safety. They were never taught the truth. That success is not something you stumble into. It is something you forge with bloody knuckles, sleepless nights, and relentless vision. Thomas Edison didn't stumble into light. He burned through 1,000 failures. While the world laughed and said, "Give up." But he didn't stop, because he decided he would not leave this world until he lit it. Henry Ford wasn't born with a silver engine. He was mocked, resisted, and nearly ruined. But he saw the future, long before anyone else believed it was possible. And that belief became his fuel. You want to win? Then you must first stop living like a spectator. Because this world does not hand out trophies for intentions. It hands out results to the few who dare to take ownership of their fate. Most people never win because they wait to feel ready. But readiness is a myth. There is no perfect day. There is no green light from the universe. You don't wait for courage, you act and become courageous. Winners don't wait for permission. They command their lives like generals in the heat of battle. With clarity, intensity, and unwavering purpose. You will never rise higher than your self-concept. And most people, they see themselves as average, so they remain average. They were born lions, but trained to think like sheep. And when you surround yourself with the flock, you start forgetting that you were made to roar. This is why belief is the birthplace of all achievement. Napoleon Hill said it best, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief is not passive. Belief is war, a daily battle against fear, against doubt, against everything this world has taught you to be. Because if you don't believe in yourself, truly, deeply, relentlessly, you'll never take the first step. And if you never take the first step, you'll die wondering what could have been. Most people never win because they chase clarity instead of creating it. They want every step laid out before they move. They want guarantees in a world built on uncertainty. But the truth is, clarity comes from movement, not from thinking. You don't get confidence and then take action. You take action, and confidence is the reward. You want to win. Then stop waiting to figure it out. Start walking, even if your legs are trembling, even if your voice shakes when you speak. Because the path isn't found, it's forged. Hammered into existence through action, correction, and relentless will. Clarity is born when you step into the unknown with faith in your fire. Think of Walt Disney, laughed out of studios, bankrupt, told his dreams were childish. But he saw what others couldn't. A kingdom built not of stone, but of imagination. He didn't wait for the blueprint, he created one. This is what winners do. They see what isn't yet real. And they keep walking toward it, even when the world calls them delusional. Most people, they don't lack talent. They lack vision. They don't know what they want. So they become slaves to what the world gives them. But a man with vision is dangerous. Because when you know where you are going, you become immune to distraction. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Most people are addicted to it. They scroll through lives they'll never live. Comparing, consuming, numbing the ache inside. The ache that comes from knowing they were made for more. But choosing less. Winners know the price of distraction is the death of momentum. And momentum, once lost, is a hard beast to resurrect. So they protect their time like warriors guard a kingdom. They say no to 1,000 things. So they can say yes to the one thing that sets their soul on fire. Most people never win because they don't have standards. They have preferences. They prefer to be successful, to be disciplined, to be focused. Until it's inconvenient. But winners live by non-negotiables. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on ritual, routine, and raw discipline. They show up, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when nobody's watching. Because they understand the secret. Discipline is freedom. Most people think discipline is a cage. But it's the opposite. Indiscipline is the true prison. A life ruled by urges, impulses, and external noise. But discipline. Discipline is choosing your future self over your current comfort. It's saying, I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. Because my vision matters more than my mood. This is why most people never win. Because their feelings run their life. They let a moment of doubt derail a decade of potential. They let a bad day become a bad year. They quit when it gets hard, not realizing that's when the transformation begins. You don't build strength on the sunny days. You build it in the storm. You build it when the alarm rings at 5 a.m. and your body says no, but your purpose says get up. You build it when your heart breaks and you still keep going. You build it when the world says, you can't, and you look it in the eye and say, watch me. Most people never win because they've never made the decision. Not a wish, not a preference, not a New Year's resolution that fades with the first punch of resistance. I'm talking about a decision so firm, so final, that every cell in your body aligns with it. A decision that turns, I want to, into, I must. That removes the exit doors. That burns the boats. Think about the warriors of old. When they landed on enemy shores, they set fire to their ships. Why? Because retreat was no longer an option. They would win, or they would die. That's what it takes. Not half-hearted commitment. Not, I'll try and see what happens. But absolute resolve. The kind that says, I don't care how long it takes, I'm not going back. I don't care how many times I fall, I will get back up. I will crawl if I must, but I will not stop. Most people flirt with greatness. But winners marry it through sacrifice, discipline, and a refusal to compromise. You see, there comes a point where desire must evolve into identity. You don't just want success, you are success. You breathe it, think it, move with it. It becomes your new normal. You don't try to be disciplined, you are disciplined. You don't hope to become confident, you walk in confidence even before the results arrive. Because identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes destiny. That's why the winners win. They rewire their identity until their actions are no longer forced, they're automatic. And most people, they keep trying to change their life with the same mindset that built their prison. They want a new outcome with the same old patterns. But if your thinking doesn't change, nothing changes. You must become someone else to get somewhere else. You must kill the part of you that's addicted to comfort, to gossip, to doubt, to scrolling, to shortcuts, to excuses. You must bury the version of you that settles. Because that version, that comfort-driven, fear-fueled version, he's not coming with you. You can't carry both your dream and your doubt. One must die. And most people, they let the dream die first. Because it's easier to keep living the lie. That maybe someday, somehow, things will change. But someday is not a day on the calendar. Someday is the graveyard of dreams. The winners know this. So they stop hoping, and they start becoming. They get radical about their habits. They get violent about their focus. They treat their goals like oxygen, not options. They fall in love with progress, not perfection, because they know the compound effect is real. That every representative, every page, every hour compounds into transformation. And they don't wait for the world to give them a crown. They build their throne from bricks of pain, persistence, and purpose. Most people never win because they avoid pain. They treat pain like the enemy, not realizing that pain is the price of progress. You don't grow without it. You don't evolve without it. You don't win without it. Every great leader, every titan of history, Lincoln, Carnegie, Mandela, Hill, they were forged in pain, tested by chaos, brought to their knees again and again, and still chose to rise. Because here's the truth. Pain is not a punishment. It's a signal. It's life asking, how bad do you want it? Pain is the mentor most people ignore. But the winners, they listen, they lean in, they use it. Because pain brings clarity. It strips away the noise, the distractions, the false priorities. When you are in pain, you learn what really matters. You discover what you are truly made of. But most people numb it. They run from it. They sedate it with food, phones, validation, comfort. They want transformation without the tearing. They want muscles without the soreness. They want success without sacrifice. But transformation requires destruction. The caterpillar must die for the butterfly to emerge. If you want a new life, you must be willing to let the old one burn. Winners know this. They don't fear fire. They walk through it. And every step through that fire, it teaches them resilience. Resilience isn't some motivational quote on a poster. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, it's built through resistance. The winner has failed more times than the loser has even tried. But he kept showing up. Bloody, bruised, alone, but unbroken. Because he understands. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you say, not today, and rise again. Resilience is forged in the dark. When the applause stops, when the results don't come, when the world goes silent, and all you have is your vision. That's where most people quit. When it gets quiet, when it gets lonely. But the winner, he finds power in that silence. He uses it to reflect, to realign, to remember who the hell he is. Most people never win because they never develop that kind of relationship with themselves. They chase validation. They chase approval. They care too much about being liked, forgetting that greatness is rarely applauded in its early stages. Edison was ridiculed. Ford was dismissed. Hill was doubted. Every revolutionary was once just a madman to the average mind. You must be willing to be misunderstood, to stand alone, to walk into the unknown with nothing but your faith and your fight. Because the road to greatness is not paved in gold. It's paved in sweat, in scars, in silence, and in the relentless, unwavering belief that you were born for more. Most people never win because they fear failure more than they desire greatness. They've been taught that failure is final, that it means you're broken, that it's something to avoid, something to hide. But they were lied to. Failure is not your enemy. It is your instructor. It is the brutal, honest, necessary force that sharpens you, humbles you, and prepares you. You cannot master life without first mastering defeat. You think Abraham Lincoln won by winning. He lost everything first. Business, elections, love, health, all stripped away. And every time the world counted him out, he showed up again, braver, clearer, more dangerous. That's the code. Fail, learn, adapt, attack again. You either win or you grow. But you only lose if you quit. And most people quit because they never learned how to adapt. They hit a wall and they crumble. They face a storm and they fold. They expect the world to be predictable, controllable, comfortable. But the truth is, the world is none of those things. The world is wild, and to win in this world, you must be like water. Fluid, unstoppable, able to bend around obstacles, shaped to the moment, but never lose your essence. Bruce Lee said it best. Be water, my friend. Because water always finds a way. A stone may block it, but it will carve a canyon. A dam may stop it, but it will rise until it overflows. That's the winner's mindset. When the plan fails, they don't. They pivot, they adjust, they evolve. And that evolution requires one of the rarest traits on earth. Radical ownership. This is the dividing line between the masses and the masters. Most people point fingers at the government, their parents, their circumstances, their past. But winners, they point inward. They say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. No excuses, no blaming, no waiting to be rescued. Because the day you take full responsibility for everything in your life, your power returns. Responsibility is not a burden. It's a weapon. The moment you say, this is my fault, you reclaim the ability to change it. Most people never win because they fear that kind of power. They'd rather be victims. It's easier. It's safer. It gives them an identity, even if it's a broken one. But winners refuse to wear the mask of powerlessness. They build themselves from the inside out. Brick by brick, day by day, battle by battle. They do the inner work. The reflection, the healing, the brutal honesty. Because they know the greatest war is not out there. It's in here. And if you win that war, nothing outside of you can ever defeat you. Most people never win because they've built their life on emotion, not on principle. They move only when they feel like it. They chase dopamine instead of discipline. They let their moods dictate their actions. Their fears shape their decisions. And their environment mold their identity. But feelings are fickle. Principles are permanent. You cannot build a legacy on the shaky foundation of emotion. You build it on values. On unwavering, unshakable, unchangeable standards. Winners wake up tired and still train. They get rejected and still press forward. They are ignored, mocked, and underestimated, and still hold the vision. Why? Because they are not loyal to their feelings. They are loyal to their future. They've made a vow to themselves. A vow that does not waver. with weather, critics, or comfort. This is why most people never win. Because their word to themselves means nothing. They break promises to their own soul and expect their dreams to trust them. But understand this. Self-trust is earned. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," your confidence dies a little. Every time you hit snooze, every time you skip the work, you send a message to your mind. "I don't believe in me." Winners reverse that process. They become the person they said they'd be. They follow through, not once, not when it's easy, but always. And that consistency creates a storm of self-respect so powerful, it becomes impossible to stop. Because when you trust yourself, you don't need motivation. You don't need validation. You move with certainty. Most people will never feel that. Because most people never go deep enough. They live on the surface. Surface thoughts, surface habits, surface goals. But depth is where the treasure is buried. The winner goes deeper, into his mind, his fears, his habits, his history. He studies his thoughts like a scientist, and trains them like a warrior. Because he understands, you are not your thoughts. You are the one who trains them. And if your thoughts are undisciplined, your life will be, too. That's why most people never win. They feed their minds with junk, negativity, drama, distraction. They consume more than they create. They listen more than they lead. But the winner, he guards his mind like a fortress. He chooses what he watches, what he reads, who he allows into his circle. Because influence is real, and average is contagious, so he surrounds himself with fire. Books, mentors, visionaries. People who remind him who he really is. He knows that energy is everything. And energy must be cultivated. That's why the winner rises early. To own his state. That's why he trains his body. To command his biology. That's why he writes his vision. To lock it into his subconscious. He lives deliberately. Because he knows drifting is death. Most people never win because they never grasp the power of vision. They confuse motion with direction. They stay busy. They hustle. They grind. But there is no aim, no North Star, no compelling future that pulls them forward. You ask them, "What do you want?" They say, "I just want to be successful." But success without specificity is a fog. It has no edge, no grip, no magnetism. The human mind was designed to pursue. But it cannot chase fog. It needs targets. It needs precision. It needs vision so vivid it stirs the soul. Winners don't just have goals, they have visions that feel like destiny. They can see the end before the beginning. They walk like it's already real. Because in their mind, it already is. That's what separates them. While others dabble, the winner commits. While others hope, the winner knows. And that knowing, that inner conviction, it becomes unstoppable. It fuels the grind. It guides their decisions. It strips away distractions. Vision gives life shape. It's the filter, the fire, the foundation. Without it, you become a slave to the world's agenda. But with it, you become the architect of your fate. That's why most people never win. Because they never sit still long enough to ask, "What do I want my life to mean?" Not what do I want to have. Not what do I want to show others. But what do I want to build, to become, to leave behind? That question scares people. Because answering it means confronting the truth. You are responsible for your legacy. And legacy isn't money. It's not a house or a car. Legacy is the echo of who you were when the world wasn't watching. It's how you made people feel. It's the standard you stood for. It's the life you refuse to compromise on. Winners live now for the echo that comes after. They work today so their children don't have to crawl tomorrow. They bleed now so the next generation can rise taller. They plant trees under whose shade they may never sit. But they plant them anyway. Because winning isn't selfish. Winning is service. The more powerful you become, the more light you shine. But most people never win because they never rise above themselves. Their vision ends at their own comfort. And comfort is the enemy of greatness. You cannot chase greatness and comfort at the same time. You must pick one. And once you pick, commit. Because they won't change without cost. Growth without sacrifice. Freedom without responsibility. Greatness without the grind. But this life, this one precious life, it is not a dress rehearsal. It is not a lottery. It is a mirror, constantly reflecting back what you choose to become. Every day, you are voting with your choices, with your habits, with your thoughts. And most people cast their vote for comfort, for safety, for sameness. But the winners, the rare few, they vote for war. The war against average. The war against the old self. The war against every chain that ever tried to hold them down. They wake up and say, if I must fight to be free, I will. If I must suffer to grow, I will. If I must walk alone, I will. They don't need the world to clap. They don't need permission. They know who they are. And when you know who you are, you don't chase approval. You command respect. Because greatness doesn't beg. It becomes. So the question is not why most people never win. We already know why. The question is, will you be one of them? Will you be another name the world forgets? Another soul who drowned in distraction? Another dream that died in doubt? Or will you decide, right now, in this moment, to rise? Will you stand up and burn the script life handed you? And write your own in blood and fire? Will you become the one who was counted out, but showed up anyway? The one who had no excuse, only drive. The one who wasn't given the throne, so he built his own kingdom. That's the choice before you. Right now, right here, this second, not tomorrow, not when it's easy, not when the stars align. Now, win this day, win this hour, win this moment, because that's how winning is done. That's how legends are born. That's how history is rewritten. Not by those who wish, but by those who decide. So decide. Burn the excuses, bury the fear, and build the life the world will never forget. Because this is why most people never win. But it doesn't have to be your story. Write a new one, and win.